Hey, what's up, everybody? Steve with the Penguin Outdoors YouTube channel. And today I'm doing a walk around on my kayak. I've made a lot of changes since last season, getting it ready for this season. Still not on the water yet, but it's coming pretty soon here. So I thought I would just take a second and do a quick walkthrough.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hopefully it's not too windy out here. I'm using the AirPods to record the audio to my phone instead of using the GoPro audio, just because the wind keeps coming and going. So, all right, everybody, this is my kayak. This is a 2021 Hobie Outback with the Mirage drive. This is a dream come true kayak for me. It really is. I absolutely love this thing. Like, I really love it. Like, sometimes at night in the garage, it gets kind of weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the front, and I'm just going to kind of go around and show you the things that I've done, added, blah, blah, blah. So let's get started. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the lights. I've got red and green LED strip lights. Now, I'm going to put a link to these lights on Amazon in the description. I do not want you to buy them. Like, I'm putting the link on there so that you know what to avoid, because these things were horrible. So the actual adhesive on them is trash. I put them on with silicone, and they hold just fine. The lights themselves function wonderfully. They're incredibly bright. They're cheap. You'll note that there's no silicone around this hole. There's no silicone around these lights. The reason for that is they got relocated, and they just got wired up last night, rewired up. So I haven't put the silicone on yet, but I will. Oh, we skipped the best part. My penguin right up there on the bow. So anyway, the reason these LED lights are trash is because the wire, it's like, it's unbelievably thin. I don't really even know how to describe it. So when you cut this casing back, your positive and negative wires, I mean, they're like the thickness of like human hair. I mean, they are just solder burns through them. No butt connectors on the planet are going to fit them. I mean, the wire is the trashiest wire I've ever seen. And for that reason alone, do not buy these lights. If I didn't already have them, I wouldn't have even reused them. I would have tossed them and got a new pair when I rearranged some stuff. I think it's actually starting to rain on me, so I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. So in these lights here, I'll put a link in the description. I don't remember exactly what power they are, but I can tell you that they're absolutely ridiculous and way brighter than any kayak needs to have. Running down the side here is my YakAttack anchor trolley. This one is the heavy duty lever lock. Heavy duty means that it comes with backing plates that go inside the kayak on the other end, makes everything stronger. This lever lock is just one of the greatest things YakAttack has ever created. This whole kit is very reasonably priced, and you just can't go wrong with it. There's absolutely no reason to buy any other anchor trolley. Okay, power system. So this is going to look a whole mess because if you remember, I just said it all got redone last night. So there, hold that lid. Normally, this is Velcroed up out of the way. So what I have in here is two junction blocks, one for positive connections, one's for negative. The battery, I have a Naqua, I'll show you in just a moment. The battery plugs into here, pushes power into the distribution blocks, and they push power out to everything else. This allows me to hook everything in individually. It's very, very nice. This cheap monitor here has a nice LED backlit display. It just lights up and tells me where my battery percentage is at, what my voltage output is. Kind of nice if you want to take a quick peek on the water. Not that I've ever really needed it. All these wires, everything's going to get cleaned up real nice. Just hasn't happened because I just finished wiring these last night. So the power runs to two rocker switches. I've got one rocker switch right here and one right here. This one on the right kicks on the deck lights and the bow lights. they're wired together. They used to be independent, and that was just kind of pointless. So one rocker switch turns them on. This rocker switch here turns the spotlights on and off. Power for the fish finder comes right up through the hull from there. Oh, speaking of power, and with the batteries, I have two Naqua 10 amp hour batteries. Um, these are phenomenal. They weigh almost nothing. They're very small, and even on multi-day trips, I've only switched over to the second battery one time, and my solar panel recharges them very, very well. It's pretty fantastic. I don't keep that. They're just sitting there for now. Normally, they're tucked up in the bow there. Okay, let's stay on this side before I get too confused. So this is my Pelican Stakeout pole. I have a great video. I'll put a card up above on how to make your own stakeout pole, and that design works phenomenal. But Pelican sent me this one, and we're going to test it out. A lot of times I run it in my rod holder over there because every now and then, depending on how this kind of lands, sometimes it gets in the way of the landing gear, but whatever. So, seat. I just did a video on my custom seat risers. Lifts them up several inches. I think when I did the measurement, it was just under 4 inches of height in the front. In the back here, got the kickstands out, and I just have a little bit of yoga mat there, just a little extra padding between the legs and the hull. Some guys have said that their seat cracks their hull when they have the legs down like that. Um, I'm not all that worried about it, but it takes 2 seconds to take some scrap yoga mat and put it in there. Oh, I almost forgot my flexi fabric. So this is my flexi fabric fish ruler. This, I want to say when this thing shows up, it's like 4 foot long. I just wanted a small section of it that would just stay there all the time, conveniently located. I also have a floating fish board, fish stick. So it's not overly important, but I thought it was cool to have there, and it's come in handy. All right. Got the PA style H rails here. I had to make custom spacers at a HDPE due to my custom seat risers. There's a video about that as well if you're interested. These side rails are not just great for attachments, they're great for standing up. I have a dog leash that I clip to the front there, and that helps. But honestly, with the new seat height and these side rails, I'm going to take the dog leash with me the first time out, but I think we might be done with the dog leash. I don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Fast forward to here, got the Boonadox landing gear. I love this landing gear. I'll never say anything bad about it. Absolutely love this landing gear. I know some people don't, but whatever. So the new version of this, which is what I have, includes starboard that you cut to pattern the inside of the hull. Mine is cut to pattern this entire section here, and then this bolts through and right to it and gives it a nice good grip. I've got it patterned like that on both sides. Nice thick starboard, very, very secure. When I first got this, Boonadox told me that I could use the track mount kit that they make for the PA and that it would work fine on the Outback. Um, I should have known better, even though they didn't. It cracked my track. And then after it cracked the track, I contacted Boonadox to try and get this replaced. Like, hey guys, you're the ones that told me I can do this. And they were like, oh, we didn't tell you we could do that, or you could do that. And then I forwarded the emails, and that went nowhere. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I absolutely love the Boonadox landing gear, but my experience with Boonadox customer service has like not been great. Like before I purchased the landing gear, I thought that their communication, everything was great, but after I purchased it, it just I don't even bother anymore, if we're being honest. So that's not a bash against Boonadox; it's a great product, but post COVID, a lot of people's customer service has kind of taken a hit, and sorry, there's one of them. All right, moving on. I added some eyelet hooks here because I got rid of the standard Hobie bungee that comes in here. It just didn't work for what I wanted. So I'm actually going to add in the two hooks back here again. You have to cut the bungee cord in order to do it, so I was waiting, but I'm going to get those on there. So basically, I just strap my tank down. I'm going to add one more of these back here and strap it to here just because, I can. So I just did a video on this live well. This is my dog food container live well. Works very, very well. Pumps in fresh water from the lake, river, whatever. pushes old water back out the side. My New Jersey came out for a second there. This is my Hobie Atrial rod holder. They're very, very, very nice. Oh, look, some free heat shrink. I added a hatch in the back here. I did this when I was installing the Boonadox kit because it makes life a lot easier. I just have a little tray with some random Hobie parts and stuff in it. Some tackle for my last trip out, apparently. Very, very nice. Oh, what else am I going to show you guys? My Hobie Atrial rod holders. Yes, I am a little bit of a Hobie fanboy. Um, a lot of the accessories, in my opinion, are very overpriced, but the price on the rod holder, the rod storage, these side rails, those prices aren't bad whatsoever. They get a little crazy on stuff like their live well, but whew. So anyway, uh, yeah, these are great. I carry 2 to 3 fishing rods in them. They just run right down the side past my fish finder there. I can leave them on the trailer like that. It's a very great system. I put my stakeout pole in here sometimes. We talked about the seat. I don't think there's anything else, guys. I do have a kayak crate that sits in the back here. The kayak crate anchors down. It's got some rod holders and stuff on it. I actually just made a new one, so I probably should have set it there, but I'm going to do a video on my kayak crate anyway and how you can build one super easy. So not that big of a deal that it's not on there. I didn't tell you about my fish finder. So my fish finder is a Garmin Striker 4 CV, CSV, CV. I'm pretty sure it's CV, something like that. Very, very affordable fish finder. Under $200. Has clear view and traditional. It's a fantastic little fish finder. For under $200, you cannot beat this thing. No live scope for your boy. So if you're watching and you're watching Garmin and you want to send me a live scope, feel free. But I'm not spending more on my fish finder than I did on my kayak. One more thing I want to point out real quick. This is a super cheap little accessory. This is my Mirage drive leash made by Pro Yakker. I got it on Amazon. It wasn't a lot of money. It was worth every penny. I have not had to test it yet. Hopefully, I never do. But very small peace of mind, and it does not get in the way of the drive. There you go, guys. That's how I've set up my 2021 Hobie Outback for the 2022 season. There's not a whole lot more that I want to do with it, to be honest. Um, Not yet. Wait till my first trip out on the water. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do that. Um, I'm really happy with it. It's been a long couple of weeks not being able to get on the water and trying to catch up with everything that I was missing from my surgeries and stuff, but we're getting there. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm not going to lie to you. I got to pee really bad. So, till next time, here's the outro. Don't forget to subscribe. Later.
Well, we hoped you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more great videos from the Penguin Outdoors YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that little bell so you get notified when new content is available. Please leave us a comment down below and let us know what you thought. And don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.